So let's try this one last time. This is my knife collection. So to show you what I have, and maybe a little backstory on when I got them and how I got them. This is not my first knife, but my first decent knife, I guess. It's a Kershaw Whirlwind, and I got it at the gun show back in like 1999, and it was like $30, which today is not much for a knife. And you know, I see it on the website for like what is it, like $50, and so. But back then, $30, this was a lot of money. It took like, I don't know, $1 a week I saved from lunch money. So it took a while to save for this. So this was my first decent knife, and out of the box, to me back then, well, it had a really good edge. Today, maybe pretty adequate edge, but yeah. And I really like the assisted opening. I didn't know what it was called back then, but a liner lock, and so that was pretty cool. I actually stopped carrying knives because of this one, because what I thought was sharp, but you know, one of my friends almost stabbed my other friend with this over an argument, and so after that I just stopped carrying knives, period. But as I was going through college, and you know, sometimes I needed a tool, and so I saw this, got this. Just wasn't that big, good size, fits in my pocket, fits in my bag, and didn't want to get a Leatherman because who needs all those tools? What I really needed was a pair of scissors, maybe a knife, and pliers, and maybe a wire cutter, and that's all it had right here. And a screwdriver, that was helpful, but yeah. So that was like one of my first. Actually, like what really jump started me into knives was probably back in '08 when I saw a video of Mr. Nut and Fancy. Who knew he would be a big celebrity today? But I saw the SOG Flash 1, and I was like, oh, I need a box cutter. This made an excellent box cutter, and you know, as far as I knew, assisted opening knives were the way to go. It's like new technology, you know. So yeah, I got this one, and then I got this guy right over here a little around that time. Mostly because I was into Fast and the Furious and Tokyo Drift, and this one said Drifter, and I just thought that was totally awesome, and I bought it. And you know, this is actually a really good knife. It's very smooth when opening and closing. I realized didn't know what it was made out of, but this was excellent material for opening beer bottles, and so it came in handy. And then some of my other friends that are into knives and guns, they all carried like these expensive $100 knives, which I thought was kind of out there. And so, you know, but I finally saved up enough money, and I was like, okay, I'll buy a $100 knife. And so I didn't know what I was looking for, but when I was in the store, at the gun store, I saw this one. It just felt good in my hand, and I was like, oh, why is this one $100 and the other ones are like $50? And I was like, maybe it's a limited edition, I don't know, but it just felt good in my hand. It was the other ones were like combo edge. It had some serration, so I was like, I wanted a full straight edge, so I got this one. I didn't realize what a ZDP 189 meant, but later found out. What I really liked about this knife is opening up like paint cans or oils and steam cans and just popping it open using this thumb ramp or whatever they call it. And it holds a good edge. As you can see, it's kind of beat to hell. A little reprofiled. I kind of did all my experimental sharpening on it. And so now I kind of a little better at sharpening knives. So, but because of this Spyderco, It got me real into other Spydercos, and I bought this one just because it was the same blade steel, and it's real elegant, nice to have in the pocket if you don't have anything. But come to realize it feels a little small compared to the Delica. And this is really small, but like I wanted something with me when I went diving, jogging, all the time. It was on my keychain for the longest time. But I don't know. Felt kind of big after a while on my keychains, so I took that off. So let's see what else we got here. I got my Endura. Oh, real elegant edge. Feels real good in my hand. Great for cutting tape, and so I really like that one. The orange is really cool too. Got this one because of work. It's like needing to pull out a chisel all the time just to scrape some stuff, or a razor blade, and so this one came real handy. Cuts tape real good too. So, and then let's see, my Spyderco Mule. Just thought it would be nice to have one of those. I made the sheath for that, and then after making the sheath, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to make a knife. And well, not make a knife, but like the handles, because I was kind of into like woodworking, so I decided to make like a koa handle. And realize it's a very tough thing to do because koa is actually a very porous wood. The first few knives I made, it kind of felt funny after a while because the water was getting in there. And so I realized I had to put some like wood hardener or penetrating epoxy, so it just soaks it up in there so it doesn't get like wood rot. And learned that the hard way. This is my dive knife, which is pretty good. It's a cold steel Spartan, and it doesn't have any rust on it. What I do is after I take it down to the beach, I just hose it off, and so it looks pretty good, no rust. This is my newest knife, a Benchmade bone collector. Mostly bought this because I got a mini Griptilian for my birthday / Christmas, but I got this one mostly because I like the mini Griptilian a lot because of that access lock, and then on top of that, it has a cool little design in there, and it's made out of wood. So I thought that was awesome. The only thing is, it's like a monster in my hand. It's like, it feels good, but it's not a very delicate knife. Not good for cutting tape. So it's like, so maybe I'll make a better purchase in the future. But I bought that because of this knife, and this was my birthday / Christmas gift I got. My dad got this for me, and I came up with some designs, and they had it engraved with a koi fish, oni, and it's a little kanji, and feels real good in my hand. Opens and closes real well. I was using this as a good carrier. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll chisel with this, but then after a while, I was like, after a few cuts, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna damage the outside design of it. And so now it's just kind of sits on my bench here, but I like to play with it. This is probably my most favorite knife, just because it feels so good. So this is my knife collection, and thank you for watching.